Hey family, Chauncey Fam here, Family Realty Group and eXp Realty, and I'm back for another vlog, y'all. All right, as always, go ahead, click the subscribe button, hit the little bell button as well so that you're notified every time I post a new video, and let's go. Okay, so this is a weird vlog. First of all, it's weird because I haven't recorded anything in like 5 weeks. I gotta be honest with you guys, coronavirus freaked me the hell out. I can't say that the virus itself freaked me out, but just like all of the implications in terms of like the economy and all of that, and not that it even personally affected me as much as like I tend to take on the energies of other people and the anxiety from other people. And so guys, I've literally been just like at home, just like not wanting to be affected by everyone else's energy and all of the negativity that's going around. And I finally just kind of came out of that and was like, you know, it just is gonna be what it is. I've been working my business still just fine. Had 2 closings last week, got a closing tomorrow, got another one possibly later on this week or early next week. So I mean, business as usual. I've got new clients. So for me, nothing has really changed, and that's gonna kind of be what this video is gonna be about. So I wanna first just start out and talk to you just kind of like on what my feelings have been with the coronavirus, everything that's kind of going on, and how I've been affected by it. And I think it's okay for us to say that we have. I've seen quite a few, you know, realtors online kind of posting their opinions about what's going on and the state of the market and all of that. So I'll address that. But then more importantly, what I want to talk about in this video is sustainability and surviving it in real estate. And even if you're not in real estate, thinking about using real estate and all of the different facets of real estate to make your life even more stable. I know that sounds crazy as hell, but I want to talk about kind of like this weird paradigm shift and what's so wackadoodles about what's going on right now. How a lot of people that I know that have stable jobs are the ones that are kind of screwed right now. Whereas I know a lot of people that are in real estate, you know, own their own business, and we're still staying afloat and we're fine. So let's kind of like hop into some of those things. Let's talk about this. My quarantinis, yeah. Okay, so let me just be real candid and real with you guys and say I have been like frozen in time. Legit, since all of this stuff started, I just got stuck. Again, I've been working, I've still had clients and all of that, but getting in front of the camera, pumping out a lot of content, I knew that's what I should have been doing. I should have actively been engaging my audience, actively engaging the consumer, and kind of continuing to plow on. But I feel like this is like a really emotional thing. I mean, like people are dying. Like this isn't just like a pause in time. This is something that's gonna go down in the history books. This is a historic moment. This is a very emotional thing. People are financially in distress. They are emotionally in distress. People with mental issues are having mental health distress. And so I didn't think that it was the proper time to just like get online and be like, pull yourself up by your bootstraps and get out there and go sell some shit. Like, for me, I just felt like that was really disingenuous, that isn't the place that I wanted to come from. So instead of doing that, I just chose to be silent. So I will say I've had quite a few people kind of reach out to me and, you know, like, are you okay? Like, I'm cool. You know, I tend to take on a lot of the negative energy, and when you consume a lot of the news and what's going on social media, and you're seeing all the damn conspiracy theories, and, you know, it's 5G this and the government's trying to vaccinate us here, and it's just crazy shit, just crazy Twilight Zone shit that's going on out there. I just haven't really wanted to like dive in and get involved in that. So I've just kind of kept my head down. I've done a lot of strategic planning and thinking about how my business is going to move forward, and I've just kind of like stayed out of the limelight. But I'm back, so I'm here, which is why you're watching this video. So yeah, my whole take on the whole thing, guys, is take a break. I feel like this is a good time for us to reset our households, reset ourselves spiritually, reset ourselves physically, which Guys, I gained like 15 pounds in the last like 5 weeks. So excuse the pudgy face, but I'm working on that right now. But legit, like this is a good reset, like to just have lazy days where there's absolutely no expectations of you because hell, you can't go anywhere, right? So just rest. So I think it's very, very important before I kind of dive into the next part of what I want to talk about, which is like actually getting things going and working in business, to just say, if you don't want to do that right now and you don't feel like it's the right time, then don't. Rest, relax, get yourself together, and then move forward with what our new normal is going to be. I think that that's absolutely okay. And I also just want to say, if you guys, you know, find yourselves in like really dark places, you find yourselves really panicked, anxiety, you're really stressed, like legit, I am always here to talk. So as always, my contact info, booking calls with me is down below. Feel free to do so. And I'm always here to lend an ear, whether it's about real estate, whether it's, you know, anything personal, I am absolutely here and accessible for you. All right. All right. Moving on to what I think it's gonna take to survive and just kind of like being on the outside and being a spectator for a while. I think I was engrossed in being that person that always was putting out content and was always talking, and people were watching me. And so for a moment, about the last month, I've just taken a step back and I've been observing. I've been doing a lot of watching, a lot of listening, and there are a couple of things that are like very, very apparent for me in terms of what it's gonna take to move forward and to succeed just in general going forward, whether that's gonna be in real estate or other businesses. So let's kind of talk about those things. Something that I've noticed, number one, is this crazy shift of a lot of people that have stable 9-to-5 corporate America jobs that are finding themselves in situations that are not so stable. And a lot of the people that I know, because of course those are the circles that I run, are people that are entrepreneurs, and we have been able to find more inventive ways to keep cash flow coming in. We tend to be a little bit more cash flow heavy, and our lives aren't as affected as others. So I will just start out by saying, like, use this time and use these events, if you've been affected by job loss or something like that, to like reevaluate where you are. Maybe there's that thing that you've always wanted to do and go out on a limb and start your own business, or get into real estate, or, you know, get your real estate license, or get into insurance sales or basket weaving. Hell, I don't know, whatever it is that you want to do, but real estate sales, because you can of course join the Money Badgers team with Chauncey Pham at eXp Realty. But no, legit guys, like now is the perfect time to embark on a new journey if you want to, because I think a lot of people are seeing that a lot of the careers and jobs and companies that they thought were stable, that shit ain't stable. Like everybody's living paycheck to paycheck, working for companies that's living and operating paycheck to paycheck, and half of these companies couldn't even sustain for 2 weeks of being shut down before they were like, oh, we can't pay our rent, we can't pay payroll. So I think it's definitely going to open people's eyes, and I would say definitely be open to jumping out on a limb and doing some other things that you don't view as stable, because shit, it can't be any less stable than where you are now. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, what is super duper apparent to me in this time is having multiple streams of income. That is so super important. I say this all the time with real estate agents and how I run my business. I don't ever want to be the business. I want to build the business. And in times like this, it is so very important that you've got money kind of flying in from a lot of different places, because when some areas slow down, others will absolutely pick up. And so what I mean by that, especially if you're in real estate, is you need to be doing a lot of different things within real estate. I don't just sell real estate, but you know, I sell real estate, we fix and flip houses, we purchase homes and do a little bit of buy and hold and rent properties out. We do some wholesaling and wholesaling. I have revenue share from my team with building out this national team with eXp Realty. You know, I help people out with marketing and do some consulting with their marketing services. And so like, it's just a lot of different things where if one thing goes down, I always have 3 or 4 other things that are there that are bringing me income to sustain. So I would definitely say, no matter what you're in, but more importantly, if you're in real estate, Like, you need to be understanding that right now is a huge time that you need to seize the opportunity to bring in as many streams of income as possible. So start doing some apartment locating if that's something that you've never done before. Get in with some investors and learn what you need to do to possibly start getting some investment properties and flipping, just getting into some different things, maybe even doing some property management, but find a couple of different niches that you can bring income into your household. I think it's gonna be super duper important. Number 3, how you are going to survive going forward. Now, I keep hearing people say, like, when are things going back to normal, or when things go back to normal? Because I don't ever think that things are going to go back to the normal that we had. I think that we now have a new normal. With that new normal and what's been going on since all of this coronavirus quarantine stuff has been going on, is if you are not digitally leveraged, meaning you are not on social media, you're not on YouTube, you're not on Instagram, you're not on Facebook, like, you're stuck. Like, you're gonna find yourself stuck. Yes, will word of mouth referrals get you somewhere always? Yeah, but eventually when all of that referral business dries up, because the market has changed and has shifted, and you aren't on social media, like, how are you going to get new clients? So I would say that number 3, one of the most important things is, if you are in real estate and you are not actively on social media, putting out content where people know your name. And here is the trick and tip that I tell people when they're like, well, how do I know that I'm on social media enough? Google yourself. Like, legit, go to Google, type in your name, see what pulls up. Because here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna go back, we're gonna start reopening, we're gonna start talking to consumers about buying and selling homes and passing out cards again. Guys, everyone has been so entrenched in the internet, on Facebook and social media for the last month or so. Like, that's gonna be a big part of their lives going forward. So what do you think, which, hell, they did this before, but they're even gonna do it now. What do you think is gonna be the first thing they do when they hear your name and you're talking to them about real estate? They are going to Google you, or they are going to go onto Facebook and look you up. And if they can't find anything about you, it's a little iffy there. Versus if they Google me and they find my YouTube videos, and they find my Yelp page, and my Google My Business page, and they find my Facebook page and my Instagram page, and they find my website. I am everywhere online, and anything that they really want to know about me, they can just, with a click of a button, find out without even having any further conversations. So I definitely would say, moving forward in this industry, you absolutely have to leverage social media. I don't care if you don't like it. I used to have conversations with new agents and say, oh, there's lots of ways you can get business. You don't really have to do social media if you don't want to. And I really don't think that that applies anymore. I think that if you are not leveraging social media and being strategic about it and using it properly, then you are absolutely going to be left in the dust, because not only will the consumer be a little bit different, but just the way that we do business. I think all of us are going to be forced in more ways than we can imagine to do things more remotely, using technology and doing things online and via social media. I don't think companies are going forward going to be sending their salespeople, across the country to go to meetings. It's going to be on Zoom. And so, guys, we really got to start leveraging technology. So then that brings me to point number 4, which is leveraging technology. So before it was leveraging social media, but I think figuring out where you fit in with technology is going to be very important as well. Kind of changing your business around to where technology is a big part of it, and you're leveraging technology for listing appointments, for buyer consultations, for a lot of different things. You really are going to have to get on the good foot with figuring out ways to implement like real technology into your business and making things more on-demand, convenient, and possibly less in-person, client to person. Damn, I just fucked that all the way up, didn't I? Just fucked that all the way up. So making things less face-to-face interactive. I got it right that time. Face-to-face interactive. So yeah, so I would say that those things are going to be really big. And then number five, moving forward, something that you need to be doing during this time that's going to help kind of propel you when we get out of this time is definitely leading with care. I know I tend to talk a lot of shit. I come off as like a hard ass. I come from this place of like, just get shit done, like, you know, just close the deals. But I think during this time, it's gonna be super duper important for us to come from a place of like, just genuinely caring about other humans. We are gonna have a lot of people that come out on the other end of this thing that are in dire straits financially. They, you know, will have lost their job. They will not have been able to pay mortgage. They, you know, will need to sell their homes quickly. They will just be in some really difficult situations that if we come out and be the bottom feeders that I think a lot of people almost like have this perception that, you know, realtors can sometimes be used car salesy. I think if we come out that way, like it's just, I don't think we'll be rewarded for that. And I absolutely will not do that under any circumstance. And so I am definitely leading my business going forward from my heart. And I'm leading with a lot of care, and I'm just talking to people. So during this time, I'm using this to literally like reach out to people, whether it's past clients, people that I just know, and just genuinely check on them, guys. Like, people are at home right now struggling with their thoughts within themselves. They're struggling when they, you know, are getting past due notices for bills and things are getting shut off, and it's just so much going on. It's so much uncertainty and craziness that if we are there to lend that ear for them, then people are gonna remember that. And if you're doing it from a real genuine place of care, then I definitely think that, you know, the universe will reward us in some way or another. It may be financial, it may not be, but we will be rewarded for carrying your business forward with a good heart, good spirits, and genuine spirits. So those are my 5 survival tips, I would say, for moving forward after the Corona gate, I guess, has passed, if it ever passes. God, I don't know, but I don't want to wear a mask forever because this part of my face tends to be really cute. Do my lips and stuff. Now I gotta cover it up with mask. I'm not digging that. Anyway, that's it for today. I'm gonna be cranking out lots of content with you guys, and I'm gonna go ahead and forewarn you that I might have the sweatshirt on in a lot of videos because lately all I've been wearing is just like sweatshirts and no bottoms. So I may or may not have a bottoms. That's a mystery. So again, go ahead, like, subscribe this video, hit the bell button so that you are notified every time I drop one of these lovely videos. And I'll be back with you guys probably later on this week. So yeah, peace.